video games. Or, more accurately, one specific video game. Hi, hello, I'm gonna max the attack speed of the Bandit today, and I have already managed to bump the microphone twice with my headphones cable, like a dingus. Anyway, I've done a few of these runs already, which means that if you've watched any of them, you know that I am literally just going to keep resetting the run until the Artifact of Kin gives me Lemurians, because reasons. And by reasons, I mean the primary reason is that it saves time. It just makes getting items, like farming items early in the run faster, which is convenient. Convenient specifically because I can only maintain the whole doing anything for so long, let alone talking. That's incredibly lucky. So, you know, the sooner I can actually get to the fun part of these runs, the better. So the particular reason that I chose this loadout of skills, the only thing that I've changed from the default is the alternate utility skill. I legitimately have no idea what the bandit skills are called. But this thing gets really, really, really funny when you can stack a lot of them very quickly, which is exactly what these runs are good for, which is, you know, accordingly what I'll be doing. Eventually. Come on, guys. Spawn. I want this drone. Excuse me, computer machine? What in the world? Like, everything on my computer just froze for a moment there. What the heck? That's ominous. I don't like that. Hopefully it doesn't turn out to be an actual problem. We'll see. But I sure hope it's not. Or hope it doesn't. I heard, like, the sound that the computer makes when a USB device gets unplugged, and I don't like hearing that when I didn't unplug nothing. Ominous. Oh, wow. 2 mountain shrines right next to each other. Almost right next to each other. I've seen closer. That is pretty neat, though. A bit unusual. I'll take it. Just like always with these runs, all I'm doing early on is farming items. There's nothing else of interest or note happening. The fun parts don't show up for a while. They do show up, but just not for a while, you know? Oh no, I got bit by a Lemurian. Whatever will I do? A leeching Lemurian, no less. How exciting. What if I just kind of stay over here? Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. 3 mountain shrines? Sure. Works for me. The bandit does get to do some particularly fun things with high attack speed. Not the least of which comes from that alternate utility skill. Just the standard rifle gets really, really satisfying with a high fire rate. Which is something that I will be getting to when I get to it. Most important part of these runs, as always, is getting a Wicked Ring and building some crit. Predatory Instincts is also always very important for that same purpose. I'm actually almost close enough that I don't have to spam the frickin' attack button anymore. I mean, you don't ever really have to with the bandit, but it's just something that I prefer to do. So as per usual with these videos, I am perpetually incredibly exhausted, which means that there are probably going to be lapses in, like, words coming out of my mouth. It just kind of is how it is. I am a generally very, very tired person. And very few things ever seem to get me past that. It is what it is. So the item drops so far this run have been really, really lucky. 2 green items already. Pretty great. Can already get predatory instincts rolling and a clover. Handy stuff. You know what? Get shot faster. Heehee. This is actually relatively difficult with my preferred control scheme because I used left shift for my basic primary attack. Which can make these kinds of things a little more obnoxious than they necessarily need to be. As soon as I get a Wicked Ring, though, the fun really starts. Although that is always the case with these runs, in this particular example, just having a bazillion of these smoke clouds out at once is really, really funny. Another green item already, goodness. Well, you know what that means. You might know what that means. If you've watched these runs, you know what this means. Fusion time. Just something to keep me alive, you know? Thank you, Gunner Drone. That's very helpful. I appreciate it. If I just stay, like, right here. This is pretty good, yeah? It's not perfect, but it's alright. Okay, that's amusing. When the Lemurians bounce off of the geyser thing and they go through the smoke cloud. That's funny. You get blinded on the way up. Nope. Come on, give me some items. There's an item. Which will specifically be crit. Because I need more of that. So how y'all doing today? Is that just going to become an ongoing gag for me as I make these runs? Whenever I do commentary early in the video, there always has to come a point where I just ask how everyone's doing. Cause like there's just nothing else to say. There's nothing going on. It's just, you know, shoot lizards. Shoot bipedal lizards until something happens. AKA I get a Wicked Ring. Other than that, there's nothing going on here. You know, in some ways, that's actually kind of sad. This style of video, the premise of these videos is probably better suited for a more, like, properly or heavily edited format. But a more properly, heavily edited format. Words. But I don't really want to do that. That sounds like far too much energy expenditure for me. I'm already exhausted enough as is just existing. I don't really want to push myself that hard all the time. Like, literally, almost every single time I record one of these runs, I end up just passing out shortly after I'm done. Like, I'll finish recording the run, I'll put together the thumbnail, I'll upload the video, if it's late enough in the day I'll schedule it, and then I just fall asleep. 8 times out of 9, or maybe 9 times out of 10, I don't know. Take your pick. It happens in that order. It's not necessarily a bad thing that happens, it's just kind of an indicator of sort of who I am as a person and how I tend to operate. I am tired all of the time, and very few things ever really help with that. So, it's a limitation I have to work with as I continue to exist and to be. Okay, I would like more attack speed. Oh, you are not attack speed, you are Lemurians. Oh, and I missed the thing. God damn it. Alright, whatever. Whatever, I missed the thing, it's fine. I guess I'll only get one item instead of a bunch. Oh well. I'll just keep getting more attack speed. I don't particularly want to move on with the run just yet. I want to at least have one Wicked Ring first. I think I've kind of decided that for these attack speed maxing runs, I need a Wicked Ring before I'm willing to go on from the first stage. Because most of the time when I do go on from the first stage without a Wicked Ring, I just die. Which kind of defeats the purpose, huh? At least a little bit. And I'm not about that. I'm here to showcase how ridiculous high attack speed can really be in this game. And this, to be fair, is already pretty freaking ridiculous. Like, look at this. Look at this rifle. Imagine being able to pull the trigger that quickly on a rifle like this. Sounds difficult. Sounds, very difficult. Maybe even impossible. But that's fine. For the record, I have never fired a rifle in my life. Ever. So I don't actually know how hard it would be. I have fired a shotgun once. That is the only firearm that I have ever actually used. And I, blasted a tree stump like 30 feet away or something like that. It scared me. The entirety of my brain after I did that was filled with nothing but thoughts of how no single entity should ever have this much power. Ever. Like, this is just fundamentally a bad thing. And I still do kind of believe that. Like, I get the history of firearms and weaponry, and I get the necessity of it in some cases, the impact of it in others. But at the end of the day, I don't think they should have existed to begin with. They do exist, though, so it's not exactly right to say just delete them all. Because that is kind of missing the point of how complex humanity is. Just in general. Like, you can't just delete something that humans have been using for centuries, just out of nowhere. That doesn't work. As nice as it would be, as not possible. So it's better to learn to deal with them than it is to just wish they'd go away. That said, I do still wish they never existed to begin with. Which is kind of in my opinion, it's a different philosophy. It's a different perspective than just wanting them to disappear. Because, like, wanting them to disappear is a thought that really only makes sense when they already exist and you already know what they can do. But if they never existed to begin with, what difference would it make if they're there or not? I don't know. There's like rabbit holes of thought processes behind that sort of thing, and I am not the most educated person on the subject to really be willing to parrot my opinion that much. I'll share it sometimes if anybody asks for it, but for the most part, nah, I just don't. Whatever. Not my place. I don't know these things. I just want to sit back and play video games and try to make this wretched thing called existence bearable. For myself, specifically. Also for other people, but mostly myself, because I kind of fall over and die if I don't, you know? This is funny. I just stand here, hold left shift, and like no harm will come to me because of this specific position that I'm in. I do feel like the spawn rates are a little low though, so maybe there's some Lemurians spawning like on the platforms above me. They're just not willing to jump down from. There probably are, actually. I bet there's like a big little swath of them out there. But I'm in no great rush to find that out. So all I'm looking for is items. I would like more crit, though. And a wicked ring. Granted, a wicked ring is also more crit. Oh yeah, look at that. I found some of them. They're up here. More crit? Not that the crit does anything until I have a wicked ring. I mean, that's not entirely true. It does help with the predatory instincts quite a lot, but that's not the main point. The main point of the crit is just the wicked ring. Predatory instincts is a nice secondary effect. And unlike what I usually do, I'm actually going to remember to stack war banners now, like early. Because the war banner attack speed buff is pretty big. I don't know how big it is, but it is pretty big. It's big enough to be worth making a point to stack, you know? Granted, all the stacking does is increase the radius of the effect. It doesn't do anything else, but that is still worth stacking. Doo-doo-doo. Look at this ridiculous laser beam of bullets. Look at that. That's great. If anything, it's just kind of remarkable how good the Bandit is at firing in a perfectly straight line. That takes some real skill right there, I must say. Doo-doo-doo. Oh no, there's more Lemurians around me. Whatever will I do? This is one of the better. My brain just completely shut off. What was I thinking? This is one of the better characters to stack attack speed with. Some of them are a lot better than others. Like, the Huntress isn't super great with it. Commando's pretty alright with it. But the Bandit is absolutely ridiculous with it. In no small part because literally just because of this primary attack. More crit? Sure. Why not? More crit, more war banners. Why is it already hot in my room? It's still winter. Stop it, universe. That's not fair. Rack'em frack'em. Gosh dang climate change. Ongoing climate crisis. My foot. Ridiculous. Can I have a wicked ring, though? Please. Would really like a wicked ring. But those are missiles, not wicked ring. Stop. That's a decent sized war banner. It's not big enough though. Could be bigger. Needs more. This is so silly. Oh my gosh. It's really, really silly just to watch. Just to see this stream of purple. Is that purple? It kind of looks purple. I'm talking about the bullet trail. It kind of looks purple. It's like sort of lavender-ish. It's kind of lavender. It is a little hard to say. Maybe it's just white. I don't know. But I think it's kind of lavenderish. And I missed the timer again. Well, my bad. Who am I kidding? I'm so out of it that I am probably just going to miss that every single 10 minutes. Let's just get this back. Get the brooch back. That's more effective for this purpose right now. Remembering to do things is not my strong suit, I'll tell you that. Maybe I should actually take some kind of healing. The leeching seed would be good. Not great, but not bad. Naturally, Monster Tooth would be probably the better option, but I have been generally trying to avoid those the more I think about it. Whenever I make these specific builds, I kind of avoid Monster Tooth just because it adds a lot of visual clutter. And is thus just not quite worth it in my eyes. 6th Topaz Brooch, though. This is fine. No, I'm safe here. Yeah, you keep chomping my drone. I'm down here. Hey, buddy. No, I'm down here. Pal, my guy, my friend. I'm down here. Alright, fine, you be like that. Silly. What are you, like Mega Man? You don't know how to look down? Or in Mega Man's case, doesn't know how to look any direction other than straight forward. Silly, silly, silly. Holy moly, my hands hurt right now. They are not happy with me doing this, playing this game. Oh well, sucks to be them. Or maybe it sucks to be me, I don't know. Take your pick. Probably a bit of both. Seriously, where's my red items? Give me a wicked ring now. Please? No, of course you don't. Would you? So I guess red items just don't exist. That's fine. This makes sense. Let's get a leeching seed for some healing. Yeah, that is gonna be a lot of healing in it. Do want more movement speed though. Actually, just more movement in general. Next green items I'll probably take like a Hopu Feather and maybe a Rusty Jetpack. Vertical movement is as important as horizontal movement, after all. Should probably also get a Harvester Scythe, huh? That might even be more important. I can get movement later. Or, yeah, no, movement later. Look at that. Hope Feather it is. So now I heal 10 HP every time I hit an enemy. Or probably every time? I don't know if I'm at 100% crit yet. I think it's close. Close enough. Although that may be close enough, it's not sufficient. Not for my purposes. Specifically, there's a particular type of boss wave that you can get in these kin runs that will just obliterate you if you're not careful or prepared. It's when all of them spawn and they're all the volatile elites, the missile elites. Those boss waves are extremely dangerous. A little too dangerous. They're dangerous enough that you need to be able to prepare for them. Okay, I was going to wait for a Wicked Ring, but I don't feel like waiting anymore. And now we run. Oh boy. This is a little sketchy. Yeah, the Bandit doesn't exactly have the best crowd control without a Wicked Ring. Assuming I can just get one of these down, though. And these big old smoke bombs. Maybe even a second one. Thanks for that. Alright. That's a survival of a boss wave. Works for me. Why is my stun grenade? Why does my stun grenade trigger against the wall? Or did I see that wrong? I think I saw that wrong. That's fine. This is fine. It's totally fine. I can just sit here. I can just sit right here. You just hold the buttons down for the first 3 skills and chill. I would still like a Wicked Ring, because I want to showcase how ridiculous it gets when you have one. Which requires me to have one. More run speed. I think I'll take one more set of crit glasses. It gets really, really silly, doesn't it? It's fantastic. No, not you. The silliness is what we're all here for, anyway. Spitters. It's kind of ominous. But, if I could just make it so that they can't see me, then it's no big deal. I just need a Wicked Ring, please. Please, game. I am not asking for much. Just a single red tier item. Can you not oblige me just that much? Well, hopefully I find one at some point. Back. I mean, assuming I survive long enough, I will find one. Just might take a while. See ya. Thanks for the healing. I'm just gonna chill here and open this. Thank you. Sweet. No, I don't care about the gunner drone. I'm not taking it. No, I don't care about the gunner drone. I'm not taking it. Tough fight. I admit I am a little bit worried about hitting the teleporter here, though. Because as powerful as this is, it's not powerful enough to survive a burst from a bunch of spitters all at once. However, if I just do this first, that's better. I mean, it's not great, but it's better. And now I have to, like, run away. Oh, no. I can't hit them from here. No. Alright, fine. I'll just cheese these nerds. Try me. It's a shame I can't just shoot them from over here, but that might have been planned such that you can't. But the way that this has been, this layout's been constructed. Of course it would bounce back into the left. Why wouldn't it? Oh, hello there. Let's do this. Okay, fine. I will take the gunner drone. Not that it matters, but I'll take it anyway. Yeah, y'all want to be frenzied. Go for it. That's fine. I still need a wicked ring. Hey, look, a wicked ring. Beautiful. Complain and you shall receive the drop. Because now the fun really begins. That's not what I wanted, but whatever. I have a meat nugget now. You can already see just how silly it is when you stack multiple of the smoke bombs. It gets real funny real quick. Like, even you can't see anything as the player at a certain point. See if I can show that off on this stage. Let me just show it off right up here. Look at how thick this is. You can't see nothing. It's great. I love it. Alright. Let's carry on. God damn, this is some ridiculous damage output. Which is the point. That is entirely the point. Oh no, I've taken fall damage. Whatever will I do? Perhaps I will shoot some things. And by shoot, I mean point a big laser of bullets at something until something happens. That's a good plan, right? I think that's also a good way to describe what I've got going here. This is a laser of bullets. Sure. You're all gonna be scrapped soon, I promise. Now, shall we cause some problems for the Claymen? You know, I think there might be some enemies in there somewhere. Maybe. It's kind of hard to tell, you know? They're a little hidden. Dorks. Can't do nothing. You can't do nothing to me. All I have to do is slowly walk forward. And I win. Or backwards, I guess. Doesn't really matter either way. See these clouds? These clouds of silliness. Any enemy that is inside any of these just straight up cannot attack me. With some exceptions as far as I know. Which is really, really fun. It's very funny to see. Why not? Let's get bigger war banners. Of course, one of the more important things with the Wicked Ring here is that I actually have crowd control now with my second skill. More reliable crowd control, I should say. But it doesn't matter much either way. Specifically because at this point, you've basically seen what it is you can do with this character maxing out attack speed. All there really is left to do is win the run. I could go after the Dire Seeker, but I don't really feel compelled to right now. Honestly, truly, my hands are hurt really, really badly right now, and my throat is actually starting to get to me from talking. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, as soon as I have these, basically just speed through the rest of this run. Kind of fitting in a way. Max out attack speed, why not just speed through everything else? Get zooming. Hello there. Oh no, I think the overloading bison can technically zap me. You can see how much I care about that. Yeah, that's right. Y'all can't do nothing. You're so big and intimidating, aren't you? With your getting perpetually permanently stunned. Love it. Heehee. Another red item. What would I want to do with that? You know what would probably make sense is taking an Aegis. Yeah, I'm taking Aegis. Goodness gracious, look at this giant cloud of smoke. Ay, ay. Of course, like with the other max attack speed runs, I am at a point where I could just start taking other fun things that have some sort of interesting synergy with maximum attack speed. There's lots to do. Like, I don't know if I did for the Huntress, but for the Commando and the Enforcer, I did take a, what's it called? A Hyper-Threader. Do I want to take a Hyper-Threader? I'll take a Hyper-Threader. Why not? It's just fun to see all the lasers. Look at him go. That's great. How about more lasers? Did I mention lasers? Because, like, lasers. I have a laser of bullets. And I have a laser of lasers. Probably shouldn't be wasting my time taking items, but who cares? I don't want that. Let's get a bit more movement. Yeah, I just actively do not want to take the Monster Tooth. Oh, this is ridiculous. It's so good. I've played this game and the original Risk of Rain and Risk of Rain 2 for so many hours collectively. So many. But no matter how much I've played these games, it never gets old seeing these kinds of absolutely ridiculous attack speed based runs. They just get absolutely nuts in the best possible ways. They will always be fun to see. Nope. Not wasting my time with any drones at this point. Oh, that's an interesting interaction. When these things get blinded, they stop trying to target you and the heads go back down. Well, that's kind of neat. Doesn't really have any bearing on anything, but it's still neat. You ever just like smoke bombs? I do. Sometimes. Many of them, in fact. And also lasers. Look at the lasers go. This is great. As much as a big part of me really does want to just keep the run going, I need to, for my own sake, end it pretty soon here. So I will make a break for Providence here in a moment. I hope that's okay. Hope you don't mind. And by that I mean, it's my video on my channel, and I do what I want. So aha, get wrecked. Or something. I will take a few more items just for funsies, but like... Another red item. What would be fun here that works with attack speed, huh? Missiles? Nah, I've already done that. Nothing really comes to mind except maybe like... You know what? Actually, I've never thought to do that. Taking a telescopic sight here with this kind of build. It's not gonna do much, but it will do something. Although at this point, it doesn't really matter what I take. This is a dumb, ridiculous, broken build, and that is the point. Oh, look at that. You can see the projectile effects for the bullets through that foreground object. Interesting. Alright, y'all are kind of annoying me. Have some smoke. A lot of smoke. How does the Bandit get the smoke, get the clouds to be so perfectly spherical? Or at least I assume they're spherical. The game technically is in a 3D space of sort, it just plays in 2D. How does he do that, though? Curious. So what I wonder with this telescopic sight is if I can just, like, chill here and, in a sense, one-shot everything that appears. I kinda can. There's not really no reason I couldn't, huh? I mean, clearly nothing is getting close to me right now, that's for sure. I have a chest. Look at this freaking laser, it's so good. Oh no, blights, whatever will I do? What if I just kind of like run around a lot? When I do this. Smoke. Clouds of smoke. Oh, that's so satisfying. That's actually just so satisfying to look at. Fantastic. Alright, whatever. Let's get this done. Hey, Providence. My trigger finger and I would like to have a word with you. Where'd he go? I think he's gone. Providence has disappeared. Oh, no. There he goes. Okay, see ya. I just, like, just very rapidly walk away. Haha. No, you don't get to hit me with those, thanks. Yes, I am stronger than I look. I also have smoke bombs. And you can't do anything about them because you're silly and I'm cool. God, that's ridiculous. I love it. It's just so silly. Hurry it up. Let me get this done. Smoke bombs. Stun grenades. Just, oh my gosh. Silly, silly, silly. It's beautiful. Alright, let's get out of here. That was ridiculous. Absolutely fantastic.